that means a lot coming from a show that is called Talk Shit, Get Hit.
Talk shit, get hit.
Well, you shouldn't get hit.
You shouldn't get hit.
No.
No.
But you should talk shit.
But if you talk shit, you might get hit.
You might get hit.
You might get hit.
But doesn't mean you should hit other people.
But that
talking
doesn't
shit.
mean you should be hit, but just like you might get hit.
You might get hit. Sorry for Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to the Talk Shit Get Hit show.
Hi, I'm your host Situ.
And I'm your co-host Willie.
How have you guys been? It's been a while that we haven't uploaded. It's been a while that we haven't been around on Instagram either.
Yes.
And there's a reason. We took a bit of a break. Part of it was voluntary,
Uh-huh.
and the other part involuntary.
Uh-huh. What is that?
I got COVID.
Okay, so I ran away.
Yeah, so he ran away,
Yes.
and it was a good thing actually. I remember, I think that weekend
Oh yeah.
we were supposed to shoot a video.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't know I had COVID, but you said you couldn't make it or something, so we ended up not shooting the video that weekend. But the Monday after that weekend is when I found out I was COVID positive, so it's a good thing you didn't show up. You haven't had COVID.
No.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks to avoiding you.
What we're gonna do today is talk about a bunch of news topics that we thought were worthy of a reaction or an opinion. And the first thing we wanted to start off with, related to COVID, is COVID in China, specifically Shanghai.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys know this. Basically, in China, they have a zero COVID program or strategy. Policy, is it?
Policy.
So as soon as one city has a few cases, or maybe there's a threshold, I'm not really sure, the whole city gets locked down.
That is true.
Officials reported more than 22,000 cases this morning. That's another new daily record. Most cases are asymptomatic, though infections showing symptoms are climbing.
Bear in mind, the city has about 25, 27 million people.
Yeah.
That is
It's big.
big. So the government decided to lock down the whole city.
Uh-huh.
You know, the whole zero COVID policy.
It's under lockdown right now?
Under lockdown. The whole city is under lockdown.
Wow.
And the debate, I guess, at least for me, is it better to lock down the whole city to try to fight COVID, or is it better to just kind of try to live with it? I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, America, I guess, even Thailand to a certain extent is living with it.
Uh-huh.
They do these, if you come in, you test, and if you're negative, you go to the hospital. If you're positive, you can go out. And you don't have to do
If you're positive, you can go out?
Sorry, I meant if you're negative, you go out, and if you're
That's
positive,
what you did?
and if you're positive, you stay in. But other than that, everybody's still going out. It's not like the cases are decreasing, are they? No, they're not. It's still around the same.
It's still around the same.
Yes. Yet the city is out and about.
Yeah, it's all out and about, doing stuff.
So what is
living
better?
normal life. Well, I'm no COVID expert, but I would like to be out and about.
But basically in Shanghai, there are a lot of protests, or rather, people are angry.
They're unhappy.
Why do you think they're unhappy?
Because they're stuck.
Because they're stuck. And on top of that, they have some strict policies. Like, for example, if you are tested positive, let's say you're an 11-year-old child, right? And then you were tested positive, but your parents were not. Now, what happens is they have a strict policy that says, it doesn't matter how old or how young you are, once you're positive, you're taken to a facility. If they have space, they're taking a facility that's outside of the home, outside of the comfort of their parents.
Oh wow!
And so the parents, for example, in that case, are very unhappy because they don't get to be with their children. They're not allowed to go either. There's multiple things like that, but at the same time, when the whole city is locked down, what happens is there's shortages of things that happen. Shortages of food, even medical supplies. Ironically, even though it's to fight coronavirus, there's a shortage of a lot of things. The economy is not great for the city because nothing is running, no businesses are running.
With residents ordered to stay indoors and limited manpower to deliver daily necessities, many find themselves out of food and drinking water. Every day is an ordeal to secure supplies.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. However, is it effective in lowering numbers? Yes. It is very effective because
should be.
Although China was the first place that they found the virus, in terms of I think in terms of number of people per population, it's not even as high as, let's say, the UK or even the US. I mean, which is great. Thanks to their great city lockdowns. But at the same time, it's affecting people adversely as well. Yes, number of COVIDs are going down, but people are not happy. It's not good for the economy. So, what is better? I don't know, but I would prefer to be able to go out and about. If I got COVID and I stay home for a while, but otherwise, I'll be out again, right?
I think maybe a controversial opinion. But I think what sort of policy would suit the best for COVID at least, I think depends on what everyone else is doing.
Okay.
Because if you're following a zero COVID strategy and no one else is doing it and everyone's just letting it go and letting it run,
Yeah.
like eventually it will come, right? You can't avoid it.
Yeah.
But if everyone's letting it run at the same time, then perhaps everyone builds immunity at the same time and things will go back to normal faster. But who am I to say?
Well, okay, that was about China. Enough about that. But within Asia, we got another story, right?
Yeah, we do. So just last week, China's neighbor, North Korea, has just tested another missile. To which they've actually released a very, very cool
Yes.
video that we'll be watching today. So what they claim is they've just recently tested a new intercontinental ballistic missile, or IBCM, or ICBM in short.
BBC.
BBC, CNN. No,
Oh,
North
sorry.
Korea doesn't have it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, North Korea has
Anyway, IBCN.
ICBM.
ICBN.
Yes.
Huh? Okay. Anyway, missiles. Yes, go on.
Missile. All right, and what we're gonna do today is we're gonna watch that video. We're gonna see how good it is.
I'm excited. Okay, because I was told from the internet that basically it's like this Hollywood style action kind of trailer video made with their leader
The leader,
and
the supreme leader.
the supreme leader, and it's like it's like those kind of things that you would imagine in a like a comedy YouTube video. It's like, anyway, let's watch it. We're gonna watch it together. Well, as we watch it, you'll watch it, and we're gonna react live as we watch it. So you'll see.
All right, here we go. It's from The Guardian. It says Kim Jong-un stars in film of missile launch,
Okay.
North Korea.
The slow-mo! Oh, he's pointing somewhere. What is he pointing at? Oh, that tree.
Ah, not the camera apparently.
And that one over there. Whoa!
Reminds me of Red Alert.
Oh! What time is it?
It's missile!
It's missile time, bitch! They all have gold watches and look expensive.
Yeah, man. Don't you want those shades?
I like how. Oh, the cuts! Oh shit! Oh, he's taking off the glasses. Oh, it's about to go down. He's pointing. He said, "This is how you go." Yes, do it.
That way!
Right there. Oh, wait, is that part of the video? The
That is
lights?
part of the video. Hey, they're saying something.
They're counting down.
Counting down from 10.
Listen. Hey! Hey! Ah, everybody's shouting, dude.
Oh, dude, I can't. Oh, wow. Do you launch like intercontinental missiles from some tiny ass truck?
I don't know. Wow, North Korea. Well done. Wow. I mean, that kind of video inspires me. I wish I was making videos like that. Did you see the cuts with the
Holy shit!
and the shouting?
The shouting.
Ah!
Let's go! Launch!
Looking
Countdown
amazing.
from 10. Alright.
You know
What do you think?
look, this is I think
It was a legit video, I think.
look, if it's a real missile, I don't want to be celebrating that there's more warheads out
man.
there. But I'm saying as a video though, we need shit like that happening. I mean, there's so many things that are bad in the world. We need some funniness, some cringe from North Korea as a country. It's not even just like cringe from a YouTuber. It's a cringe from a country as a whole. So I think, yeah, I'm happy to see that.
I think good on them for putting themselves
Out
out
there.
into the world media. Yeah? Let people notice them. It's not just they have missiles, they have guns, they have fun too.
Yes. So moving on from Asia,
Alright?
or from countries alone, we're going to move a little bit towards individuals, and in this case more in the business sense. So Mr.
Buffett.
Warren Buffett
Yes.
has gone on a shopping spree recently.
yeah?
Why is that significant? Why is that important?
I think to answer that, him alone shopping wouldn't be that significant, but just because his behavior leading up to this point,
Okay.
he's just been sitting on a wad of cash so far that we know, and only now he's started buying. So
Yes.
for the past 1 or 2 years, he's just been like, oh yeah, now's not a good time.
Now's not a good time.
So it's now a good time. That
Yes.
is the main question here.
Well, I mean, okay, when I am guessing that when he said it was not a good time or there was nothing exciting yet, I'm guessing that it was because of COVID. I don't
Because
know.
of COVID.
I'm guessing. I have no idea, right?
Could be.
But my point is, I felt like a lot of exciting things happened during COVID times where, the boom of cryptocurrency and everything, I
That's
think
true.
was around COVID time. So to me, I wouldn't say nothing was exciting. In fact, it was very exciting and also very confusing at the same time. So I don't know if Mr. Warren Buffett is saying that was confusing times that he doesn't really buy into, that he's not going to invest in, or he understands it and to him is not worth the investment. I don't know. Whatever it is, he hasn't invested, but now he's coming back to invest. So he recently bought basically back into energy, and also the other one he
HP.
bought, which is the
Hewlett Packard, the computer company.
computer, yes, but they would produce all of the
Ah.
electronic stocks. So, but again, the question is, him buying now, does that signify that he is back to believing or getting excited about the market, getting excited about the economy? Maybe, I don't know, something has started in him where he's started buying. So, is it a good time? Because technically, COVID is still there.
COVID
Yeah.
is still there.
I mean, I guess America as a country, they're more,
Things are getting better.
yeah, things are getting better with COVID, but at the same time, it still exists.
Mm-hmm.
More on top of that, there's a war in Russia and Ukraine that's affecting a lot of other countries' economies with the oil prices or even supply of things. It's just affecting everybody, but he still thinks it's the right time to shop. So, what do you think about that?
It's a hard question, right? I can't really tell a lot about it, but all I really know is part of the reason explaining why he didn't shop for the last few years was that he believed that the market was super inflated, and a lot of people were betting on growth stocks, which at the start of this year has been plummeting so far. For example, Facebook Meta lost 20-30% of their value, and a lot of companies are following suit. So perhaps it's becoming the end of those, people betting on those kind of stocks,
yeah.
and more people transitioning back to the value stocks. So
Yeah.
things like, all the big names, the insurance, energy, all the things that will stay, and will prosper as, companies, as countries open up, and things start getting back to normal. Maybe that's something that he's betting on.
Yeah.
But again, back to the current world situation with the war and stuff, it does create a lot of supply chain disruptions and things like that. So, for example, a lot of food shortages are happening because things are not getting transported. A lot of prices of food commodities, things like wheat, things like some other stuff similar to wheat, are going up by 20-30% based on some things so far.
Okay.
But
Wow.
anyways.
Wow. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, I guess maybe the other part of it is, as certain companies' valuations plummet, as you said, or they
Yeah.
get lower and
The
lower.
money will move away.
Yes, I guess is another opportunity as well to pick it up at where he thinks now it's the right valuation, or at least under the right valuation. So he's buying now.
He's buying
Some
now.
of these companies, hoping that it goes up. But the other thing about something like this is, him and his company, I guess, right? Warren Buffett and his what is it, Berkshire
Hathaway.
Yeah, Berkshire Hathaways. I guess they are market movers as well.
They are.
People see that they're buying into Hewlett Packard.
And they will follow.
People will start buying Hewlett Packard. So there's no way that their investment is not going to be good, because by the time they bought a lot of shares, and people are trying to follow after them. So that valuation that they just bought will just go up like this. So I
Yeah.
guess it's is it really that much of a risk? You know what I'm saying? What you're doing because people will follow you anyway. That's how much influence you have. Today, everything is about influence. How much influence you have means how much followers you will have, because they're all thinking that you made the right decision. Hence, if I don't make that same decision, I will be missing out on it. So they all go ahead. So at the same time, it's does it really matter? It doesn't. I don't think it does. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Whatever he bought, people would have just bought anyway, and I think it would have just gone right. Maybe I'm wrong. But speaking of influence, there's another story that we should talk about,
Which
which is Mr. Elon Musk.
Yeah.
There's a lot about Elon Musk, but what specifically are we saying here?
So the latest news on him is that he recently bought a share of Twitter, 9 point something percent, which makes him the largest shareholder in Twitter. What do you think about that?
I mean, okay, from what I know, and I don't think anybody really knows what his plans are with Twitter, but from what I know, he has always had a problem with how Twitter moderates the content that's been written there, and how he thinks it kind of, infringes, or I mean, it kind of infringes on your freedom of speech or expression, which is something that he cares a lot about. If you don't know, Elon Musk has gone into trouble with a lot of tweets that he's done, but that's not necessarily a Twitter moderator issue. It's just more of a, it's more of an issue with regards to whether that is like a conflict of interest. Like if you have a share in a company and because you have so much influence. Again, we're talking about influence. If Elon Musk said this company is good, everybody will start buying this company. But if that company is the same company that he's bought into, then does that make it conflict of interest? Because he's sharing his opinion. Technically, he's saying, hey, I like this company, so I bought it, right? But is that sharing information that basically he's marketing this company for the company to make his stock valuation go up? Is the question. So he's always been in trouble with the SEC around things like this, whether this is considered conflict of interest. What do you think? Is it just freedom of speech? Should he be allowed to say things like this? And then, whatever happens is not really his fault. It's the fault of the people who choose to listen to him, maybe. But I don't know. I'm just saying, like, influence is influence. But he's made many good decisions, so people want to follow that, right? So the point is, should we shut him down and say, you shouldn't talk about that? Or, you shouldn't talk about this or that because that might cause this, and that's conflict of interest. Whatever that it is. My point is, what is right or wrong here? Where do we stand?
Well, objectively, I don't know, right? This will be somewhat of a personal opinion. But I do believe in that Spider-Man quote, right? Which is where great powers come great responsibility.
Okay.
Like if you're someone of interest and a lot of people like you and value your opinion, right? You can't go around like selling stupid shit or like doing stuff that, scams a lot of people. Like for example, some people would point to this one instance where, he tweeted just one word, Dodge. Which is like the Dogecoin thing.
Yeah.
And like, whoa, everyone bought, and
Everybody
everything
bought.
bought, and then he sold out, and then whoa, everyone lost money. So a lot of those things could happen, right? So, and the fact that he is one of the most vocal people on Twitter and also one of the most influential people, right? Him buying Twitter makes a lot of sense for him, so that he can later modify how this platform, control exactly.
A lot of control.
I guess that's power.
So is he a super villain?
Is he a super villain?
He's turning like he's. I'm this close. I just need this much more information to be convinced that he is a super villain, because I feel like a lot of his genius is also crazy and kind of dangerous.
But talking about super villain, you have to agree he does have the face.
He does have the face, and I don't know if you've ever seen him try to act. That's how super villains act.
How is it?
No, because they all have this weird quirky thing, right? I'm saying, like, I'll try to put a gif of Elon Musk where he's like twitchy a little bit, because if you remember Heath Ledger playing the Joker, that bitch is twitchy as fuck. He's licking his lips all the time. Elon Musk has that little twitch that I'm telling you is telling us that he's a super villain. But anyway, enough about Elon Musk. All right, we can move on. Moving on. From Elon Musk and Warren Buffett, we just talked about. We're moving on to a lighter subject, or is it light?
A lighter subject.
It's entertainment, right? We have to talk about it. We have to talk. What are we talking about? Tell them.
We are talking about someone getting slapped on live TV.
Somebody got Will Smith, and his name is Chris Rock.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I mean, everybody can see it. We don't have to go through this.
We don't really.
Maybe we can do a little a GIF or GIF, whatever you want to call it, right there. But Chris Rock. So what happened? No, what happened? Tell us what happened. Yes, what happened?
I think you'll be more familiar with it, but someone made a joke.
Yes.
So basically, Chris Rock made a joke.
He was hosting the Oscars.
Yeah, he was hosting the Oscars.
Yeah, so he's on the stage.
He is on the stage. He's got his own little show going on.
Yes.
He's a stand-up comedian, so he makes jokes. He's a funny guy.
Yes.
And he sounds funny too.
Yes.
So he made a joke about Will Smith's wife, who is currently bald from a disease.
Yes.
Liking her to, she could be the main actress in the sequel of G.I. Jane 2. To which everyone laughed,
Yes.
even Will Smith.
Because the actress in G.I. Jane 1 was bald, or
Was
at least
bald.
the character was bald, I
True.
believe. And hence in G.I. Jane 2, following suit, the character would be bald as well. So he was just saying, looking at Jada, who's bald, saying, can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2, or something like that. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So the funniest thing I thought, I don't know if it's true, the funniest thing was, so Jada Pinkett Smith was not having it, right? She looked like she was disgusted by this. She's like, "Oh, really again?" But the thing is, the camera showed Will Smith,
He was
and the guy's like,
laughing.
he's like, "Oh, then I guess he looked at his wife or something."
Oh.
He looked at his wife, realized that he's just very angry or something. And we don't know what happens after that. I want to see what happens here, where he got up and went to the stage. But basically, we saw Chris Rock again, and then soon we start seeing Will Smith walking towards Chris Rock, and everybody's like, even Chris Rock's like, ho, 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 hee. Then Will Smith got him right to his face, then slapped him. Just slapped him across the face. Wow.
So what you're basically saying is, Chris Rock talked some shit and he got hit?
Yes! Hey! Wait, but okay, here's the thing.
Hey man, this is no laughing matter.
Sorry. Okay, look, listen. Are you on Team Chris Rock or are you on Team Will Smith? Because, okay, Team Will Smith would probably say, you gotta stand up for your wife, you gotta stand up for yourself, jokes, because it's a disease or something, so, it shouldn't be joked about or whatever. So, hence he's standing up for it, and this is his, maybe an overreaction, but it was sort of justified. Would you say that, or would you be on Chris Rock's side and say, yo man, that's just a joke, why'd you hit me? Where do you stand? Because by the way, Will Smith, after that, slapping not long after that, won an Oscar for Best Actor and went to an after party and just partied like nothing happened.
Nothing happened, bro.
That's just for you to know. So what do you think? What do you think about this one?
Well, I mean, it's hard to really take a side. I wouldn't say I'm 100% on either person's side. But I think making jokes, there are some jokes that sometimes go overboard, for sure. And I'm not 100% sure whether joking about a person's disease, something that they cannot control, is that cool? So that's one. But again, like talking, your wife being mad at some joke doesn't mean you can go hit some people on stage in front of hundreds of people.
I think
and
this
all
also
broadcasted.
This kind of also relates to what you said. With great responsibility with great power. With great power comes great responsibility. Because I mean, look, I think if he were not Will Smith, I think more people would have understood or been kind of okay with it.
Really?
I think so. But
Okay.
because he's Will Smith, he's expected to
Be like the guy who
to
plays
be the
in
model,
movies?
to be the model human beings, even almost, right? So because of all the motivational stuff that he says, because of the hero that he's being portrayed as in movies and things like that. So he should definitely, I don't think, be hitting people for some words that the other person said. Look, you should definitely fight for whoever you love or even for yourself if you're physically under threat. But I don't think a vocal jab that happened is something that is worthy of a slap, especially on stage at the Oscars.
Yeah, and that means a lot coming from a show that is called Talk Shit, Get Hit.
Talk shit, get hit.
Well, you shouldn't get hit.
You shouldn't get hit.
No.
No.
But you should talk shit.
But if you talk shit, you might get hit.
You might get hit.
You might get hit.
But doesn't mean you should hit other people.
But that
talking
doesn't
shit.
mean you should be hit. But just like you might get hit.
You might get hit. Sorry.
The only question for me is: did Will Smith slap him after seeing his wife's reaction, and was he somehow intimidated or pressured by her to go hit him?
Well, I don't know.
Because I feel like she's a villain, man.
Oh yeah.
Because he was laughing, bro. He was laughing
he was.
along to it. I don't feel like Will Smith was the kind of guy that was gonna do that. So I don't understand how it went from ha ha ha, that's a funny joke to slapping him across the face all of a sudden. I have no idea what happened. So I wonder if she is, like Elon Musk, another villain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lots of villains here.
Wow.
I think maybe they had some secret language. Just eye contact, like slap that bitch.
Stop that bitch. Stop that bitch. But he might have had trauma where he's like, oh shit, if I don't do something about it, she's gonna go ahead and have an entanglement which is what she called. Did you know that?
Oh no, I
She
didn't
called
know.
the affair
Oh, wow.
entanglement.
She got entangled.
Yeah, we should. Yes, indeed. Well, I mean, on that bombshell,
All right.
I hope you've been entertained.
Ah,
That's been the news that we thought that you might care about. At least we care about.
oh.
And hope it was fun to watch along and read along with us.
Yeah, we had fun. Hope you had fun too.
Yep, we'll see you hopefully next week again. And thanks for watching.
All right. See you.
Bye.